Morissette, the birthday girl. It is Guardian on 101.5, the Hawk, the Quad County's #1 hit music station. Day number 7 of the 101 Days of Summer. We got a special guest in the studio right now. Curtis Hargrove is doing a run across Canada for cancer. And he's been in the Quad Counties for a couple of days because you had a little bit of an issue. Now, Curtis, first of all, welcome to the show.
How's it going today?
Curtis?
And Curtis, I got to ask you, why, before we get into what's going on, right, I want to talk about why you're doing this run. Why are you running across Canada? You started in St. John, Newfoundland. You're making your way across. Tell me why.
Well, ever since I was 15, I was always into fundraising in the community, and I used to play for the local Junior B hockey team, Coal Lake Junior B Ice.
Yep.
And there's a girl, she was their #1 fan, she had cerebral palsy.
Okay.
And I saw an article in the paper, and I said, I asked her mother, can I help raise money for a new communications device?
Cool.
Her mom kind of laughed at me. She's like, you're 15, do you think you can raise that money, right? Mm-hmm. So I went around to businesses and stuff, and we got a gym donated to us, and we threw on a 24-hour floor hockey tournament.
Wow.
We raised $25,000 for a new device. Nice. And then when I was 18, my grandfather was diagnosed with cancer, and he's always done a lot for the Terry Fox Foundation. Mm-hmm. He's probably raised about $75,000 to $100,000 for them. Wow. And, my grandfather is always a huge idol to me, as well as Terry Fox. Mm-hmm. So I thought, what not better to do a run for two of my greatest idols. And on August 12, 2007, I set out on a journey. I ended up running 1,450 kilometers in 34 days across all of Alberta and British Columbia, and raised $50,000 for the Terry Fox Foundation.
Dude.
Amazing.
Dude, this is between me and you right now. That's awesome.
How old a guy are you, Curtis?
I'm 23.
So you're just a young pup.
Oh, yeah, I'm just a young guy.
Now, you started this at 15, you said. Yep. At 23, that's only like 8 years. And you've raised over like $100,000 so far.
Pretty close, yeah.
Yeah, like that's insane. That's an insane amount of money.
So what about this trip you're on now, this journey? How did you come up with this?
Well, actually, this one is a good one because Uncle Pete was helping us actually in the summer.
Uncle Pete's here?
Yeah, Uncle Pete's here. Yeah. Our house had flooded, and we were all together. Like Uncle Pete and Auntie Jenny came over to help us, and we were trying to get stuff out of the basement. And then we're all fixing things up, and Uncle Pete looks at me. He's like, "So when are we going to do another trip here?" And I said, why don't we just do one? Let's do it. So we planned some things together. It was short notice, and I announced on December 17th that I was going to be running across all of Canada for the Stollery Children's Hospital. And I actually met with a girl. Her name's Delaney. She made me these bracelets, and she called the radio station back home. She's 11 years old. She was diagnosed with cancer. She had a tumor in her foot. Yeah. And right now she's actually in Calgary. She just got her stem cell treatment, and she's on her recovery. So hopefully all goes well. But yeah, she called and asked for a meeting, but I was always busy for work. I got a day I was on call, and I made a surprise trip. I drove 3 hours to the Stollery Children's Hospital, and I met with her after her treatment, and I met her mother, and we planned this all together. So,
dude, you're amazing. You're just, okay, when you say you're at work, like what do you do during the day?
I was working in the oil field. I was just a swamper for a picker truck.
Okay.
It's pretty easy.
And then how do you get like 2 months, 3 months off to say, I'm going to go run across the country?
Oh, boss and them, they were, I give them respect. They, just, take the time off. He said, you can always come back. You're always welcome. And they donated money towards fuel for the motorhome. So I appreciate that. And there's a lot of companies and stuff that have donated. And, I just appreciate the support everywhere. Everywhere we've went, we've received nothing but great hospitality.
That's good.
When did you start, Curtis?
I started on May 4th. We had some RV issues, and actually Morgan's in here as well.
Hi, Morgan.
That's kind of the cool thing about this story. I flew out knowing I didn't have a driver. Okay. And I said, because I'm one of those people, I said, I will get the job done if I have to get it done. And I spent countless hours in my hotel in the Sheraton. The Sheraton hosted me for free for a couple nights because they knew that, I didn't have the RV yet.
In Newfoundland?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I posted some ads on Kijiji for a driver, and Morgan jokingly replied on one of my ads. She said, well, if you actually need a driver, I'll drive for you, LOL. And I was like, okay. And then, so I commented her back, and I was like, I need a driver. And you know what? Morgan's only 19. She just got out of school.
What?
And she just said, you know what? I'll throw everything away to help drive just so that I could get started on my run. And then she said, well, you know what? I'm going to do the whole trip with you. So.
Now, wait, Morgan, come over here to this microphone here. I wasn't going to get Morgan on the radio, but now this story gets even better. Morgan, 19 years old.
Yep.
You're hanging out in Newfoundland. Then all of a sudden, this gentleman shows up from Alberta and says, I want to run across the country. And you're like, I'm going to jump in a car and drive with you?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. So
you were kind of...
Like, what's going on in Newfoundland that you could, just pick up and go?
Well, I just finished my second semester at university, so I was doing nothing. so I might as well do this.
This is cool. This
is,
cool,
yeah.
cool life.
Tell them the story about your mother too.
Oh, story about your mom. Okay.
We met Curtis at a hotel at the Sheraton, and Mom kept saying, well, how do I know you're not a serial killer? And Curtis kept saying, well, how do I know your daughter's not going to drive away with my RV? So there's a lot of trust put into this.
You just sort of said this as a joke, and then he held you to it, or what?
No, I said it as a joke, and then he was like, oh, maybe you should do it. So I'm like, okay, maybe I will.
Okay, so all of a sudden you're on the road.
Put your money where your mouth is.
With Uncle Pete and Curtis. Your mom thinks he might be a serial killer. He thinks you might be a Grand Theft Auto maker. And what do your friends think of this?
They thought it was pretty cool.
I think it's pretty cool. I mean, this is an awesome story. And
Curtis, how much are you traveling a day?
I'm averaging about 50 kilometers a day. The other day, like I said, you said I did have a setback. My Achilles tendon was swollen on my right ankle, and I mean I've had that before when I did my run across Alberta and BC. It's a really hard thing to deal with because you look at all the research behind it, and when you get Achilles tendon injuries, they say
they're horrible.
1 to 3 months recovery, and I said I don't have 1 to 3 months. I've got a day. I'm gonna rest, and I'm gonna just get out there and push. I say like the pain these children go through and the pain all these people go through, I mean, doesn't even compare to what the pain I go through. So I look at that, and it's something that pushes me to continue. Right?
Wow.
Curtis makes me feel bad about myself.
And in a way, this dude's going to be a saint. End of story.
Amazing. And we've said amazing a couple of times, but Curtis, your story is really just amazing.
Thank you. Well, and you know what? Like you say, like I do. Like yesterday, I kind of got disappointed. My iPod didn't work, and Uncle Pete was right. I make some Facebook statuses, and I say, a lot of people take things for granted, and I do it myself too. So, like yesterday, my iPod didn't work, and I hate not running with music because I hate listening to the pounding on the pavement, and it just. Music keeps a rhythm, and like when a couple songs go by, I kind of know where I'm close to my distance, right? Like a couple songs, the minutes time out every 2 kilometers. So but
yeah, I'm with Greg at this point. This is like I'm in awe. And that's the only way I can put it.
When do you expect to be done, Curtis? When do you hope to finish?
I'm actually gonna roughly by Halloween in Victoria, BC, and the reason is too because I also added 700 kilometers onto my run to go up to my hometown of Cold Lake. So when I get to, instead of going across from Saskatoon straight across to Calgary, I'm going to cut up to Lloydminster, go to Cold Lake, and then cut down to Edmonton, which is going to be awesome because Edmonton, I'm going to run right past the Stollery Children's Hospital where all the kids should be, and there's just so many, like I said, I'm doing the running, but the people that should be thanked are the people that are donating because, you know what, it's not just me, it's the people that are helping donate, that are helping us reach this goal. We're all in it together, we're all a team. People who donate, nothing but respect for those people.
Well, I'm going to tell you right now, nothing but respect for you. Okay. And I've liked his Facebook fan page. I'm going to put the link up on our Facebook fan page for 1015 The Hawk that you can like it. On there, you can find out where you can donate as well. Yes? Yeah. All through the Facebook fan page. Congratulations on this venture that you're doing, and I hope everything goes well for you and stay healthy across the rest of the country.
Thank you very much, guys.
luck.
Appreciate it.
Curtis, thanks for coming in. We're going to play the All Request Hawk Rock Classic Cut of the Day. Curtis, you can play with us too if you want. Okay, we're going to play the Hawk Rock Classic Cut of the Day. This is where we play a little bit of a song, and if you can identify the song, we'll hook you up with a gift certificate from Louis' Cozy Corner in St. Peters. It's a game we play each and every weekday morning. So here, I'm going to play the song.
Curtis, right? Little warning first. I'm very good at this game.
Goes like this. Do you know this? Don't say it because you got an open microphone. But do you know the name of the song? Or I
don't know the name of the song, but I know who sings it.
You know who sings it?
That will qualify as a win.
That'll qualify as a win. Morgan, do you know who sings the song or the name of the song?
Yeah.
Yes? Okay, Morgan says she knows both. Greg, you've got this one, right?
Yeah,
okay, you've got this one.
This morning.
Yeah, it's a very easy one. We go to the phone, 1015. Hello, good morning.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good, how are you?
Good.
Who's this?
My name is Mary.
Mary, where are you calling us from?
Lower River.
Mary, say hi to Curtis.
Hi, Curtis.
Say hi to
Mary.
Morgan.
Hi.
Say hi to Greg.
Hi, Greg.
Hi.
Mary, I'm Scott. Nice to have you on the show. What is today's classic cut of the day? I'll play it one more time.
Bryan Adams.
It is Bryan Adams. That gives you the win. Name of the song?
I'll run to you.
Run to you, yes. Congratulations.
Appropriate, right?
Mary, we've got for you a gift certificate from Louis Cozy Corner in St. Peters, all right? Curtis, thanks for coming in.
Curtis got it, by the way. He mouthed
he did
Brian
get it.
Adams.
He did get it. Morgan both got it, too. You are I don't know what to say about you, Morgan. Jumping in a car, jumping in an RV with Uncle Pete and Curtis to run across the country.
Yeah.
That's amazing, too. Congratulations, and thanks for coming on the journey, and thanks for coming on the Hawk.
Awesome, thank you.
Appreciate it. Brian Adams next before an information update with Greg.
The 101 days of summer have arrived. Drew will be cruising the Quad Counties in the Subway Sobeys.